Hey guys, this is SF, and War God Doom from the Monster Strike anime has finally descended in the actual game itself, and my team is going to be Zhang Jiao, Marishi, Benkei, and Ascended Gabrielle. So basically bring warp monsters and no damage wall monsters. I didn't bring any no damage wall monsters this time, but it'll be a lot safer in my opinion if you bring monsters with no warp and no damage wall in the team, especially kind of like Valkyrie or Aladdin will be very good picks. But you don't really need it because damage walls are avoidable. It's just that it makes it a little bit more annoying. But basically there are warps, and then there's damage walls, and then there are mines coming up from the middle guy that Marishi just attacked. So basically the main point of this game is to keep the worms up when you need them. So the bluebirds, those hatcher 4-star hatcher monsters that kind of troll you with whenever you roll a hatcher, they will bump combo lock you. And then the only way you can get rid of it is, of course, once it's the person that has the bump lock on moves, or you can defeat the blue worm, the Aqua Wyrm, and then it will recover monsters within a specific range from that bump combo lock. And it looks like the bump combo lock doesn't even heal after one turn, so maybe like you have to use the worm to actually clear it. But the range of it is really high, and you see the little number, that is actually a healing. It's not damage, it's healing, although it heals like for like 11. But first stage is relatively easy. Second stage, clear out the guys in the middle. The snakes do poison you and does a lot of poison damage in general. So, and also when you clear out the dark worm, when you're poisoned, then that explosion from the not the dark worm, the Aqua Wyrm will heal your poison. One thing I really like about Zhang Jiao is the Beast Slayer M, so it slays the snakes and it also slays a mini boss on the next stage. But in terms of the mines from the machine guys, so they latch on. If you guys seen the Venora dungeon, then it's basically the same thing. You can use a minesweeper to sweep the mines that's attached to a non-minesweeper monster, or you can use that non-minesweeper monster that has that sticky mines on it and pump it into a minesweeper monster, and then they will sweep that mine for you. Okay, second stage done. Third stage, Mr. Halloween Duckling or Doug Duck. But your main priority is the snakes. And that's why it's more about mob clearing in this dungeon than boss clearing. And the damage wall just makes it harder because the damage walls do, I think, 1k. No, not 1k, 10k. 10k on a water monster. Although they're fixed and avoidable, it kind of deters you from clearing mobs, which you might take even more damage from like poison or something like that. But after you clear off the cobras, then you just leave the worm alive. I did get a little lucky on that knockout, but the duckling himself doesn't do that much damage in general. And the drone will revive monsters, and it will only revive the Aqua Wyrm. It won't revive any of the other mobs, so you don't have to worry about that. And that Beast Slayer M coming from Zhang Jiao doing work. Okay, Marishi just hit guys and then clear out the worm, and then Gabrielle's bump combo lock has been recovered. Just a couple of more shots. Duckling does have a lot of damage, a lot of HP. Has like at least 6 million in my opinion from the, not 6 million, like 4 million. Has at least 4 million from it. But he doesn't have a one-hit KO. None of the mobs have one-hit KO. So people say that this dungeon is really easy because there's no one-hit KOs in the map except for the actual boss himself. Okay, mini boss stage, and it is Doom. And since I had the sword for Zhang Jiao, I just went and go ham on it. I don't really recommend it, but since I had the sword, why not? And Zhang Jiao's strike shot is a drone breaking strike shot, and as you can see, I missed my gauge. But as you can see, I didn't go for the drone because those drones have really high HP. It's like the same thing as the water time trial dungeon in the Temple of Heroes, where even if you bring a shield breaker, they will not break. So that's why I didn't bother to use that strike shot onto the drone or even near the drone. You mainly bring Zenji out because of the Beast Slayer, because Duckling does do a lot of damage and the Cobras do a lot of poison. Okay. As you can see, one hit is 9,900 from the damage walls. But Doom itself on the mini boss doesn't do that much in terms of attacks, in terms of one hit KO, so you don't have to worry about it that much. He does poison you, which is annoying. Poison is around 4k per monster. Okay. Next is Gabrielle, grab the heart, and that should be it for Doom. Almost. Almost. And then last is Mrs. Zhang. I just went for it. I didn't really care about the damage walls that much. 2 hits is not that big of a deal. Okay. Next bar. This is a respite. Basically, clear off the mobs, and then you can basically leave the worms up and stall forever. So in case if you use any strike shots in the previous floor or the previous 2 floors, if you use your strike shots on Mr. Doug, then by all means use this opportunity to stall for strike shots. Dark worms, the Aqua Wyrms don't do anything, the drones doesn't do anything, and even if you clear off one worm, the drone will heal up another one, will revive another one. So you can basically stay here forever as long as you avoid the Dark Worms for vertical laser, and if you don't randomly bump into a damage wall. But the damage walls are fixed to the sides. Okay. Next is Manishi. But just slowly dealing with these mobs. And basically I can just stay here forever. I was hoping for a heart for the most part, because I do have really low HP going in if I move in, but I think I went in with with Benkei after clearing off on Benkei starting to clear off the worm there. Okay. And there's the revive. And more attacks. Although I can just stall for Zhang strike shot. Although I don't really need it until the last bar. And it is finally up. Okay. Just slowly dealing with this. If you're actually going to do like a speed clear on this and farm for Doom, then you will bring like no damage wall monsters. You won't bring like this type of team. You'll bring, instead of, if you want like a really farm team, then like Ascended Bubble will be really good. If you have like Impossibles, then Kushinada, Daigoku, Marishi, Tsukuyomi all work. Okay, finish, almost there. One more shot from Gabriel and that should do it. And I went for it, and boom. And didn't even hit the damage wall, so that's good. Okay. Boss. First stage, clear off the mines. The mine machine dudes. Although I have minesweepers, it's best to just deal with it. The only thing you really have to worry about from Doom is the one hit KO from the bottom right side, bottom right counter, and then the horizon laser on the top right, I think. Nope, top left. other than that, the other attacks are unavoidable. So like the poison that's coming out right now deals a lot of damage. So if you're poisoned, make sure you clear off a worm to actually heal up. The only bad part about it is that you'll still take poison damage even on the turn you destroyed the worm. So you'll take poison damage, but then you still heal up from the poison. That's fine, clearing off both worms because the drone will revive one back on the bottom right counter of the drone. Okay, it's fine. The only thing, like in terms of attacks, it's nothing really crazy, but he does whittle you out. Like, it's so hard to get good heals. You have to rely on hearts or rely on clearing off the worms very effectively. So the only hard part about this dungeon is managing the worms and not prematurely clear them when you actually know Doom's going to do the poison attack next turn or something like that. Like, the mobs don't have one hit KO shots, and other damages is not that bad, like, so it's okay. Second stage, clear off the worm, clear off the birds. They do a bump combo locks. And then just leave the worms until you actually need it. Although I am Horizon Laser, ouch. That's a lot of damage though. But that's fine. I do have Maishi for the heals, and I did get lucky with the knockout again and don't have to deal with the poison. Okay. Wanishi, go for the heals. There we go. Like, the Aqua Wyrms themselves don't even do that much damage for their lasers, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay. Got the heart. Although I didn't really need to, or shouldn't. Because ouch, that hurts. Gabrielle. Come on. Almost. And finish with Zhang Jiao. If you really want to position monsters onto the left side for the beginning of this last bar, because of the ability lock monsters. They're just really annoying. They do have higher damage, and of course they ability lock you, so that's never a good sign. Of course you can heal the ability lock with the Dark Worm, with the Aqua Wyrms. I always say Dark Worm, I don't know why. Okay, there goes one. There's that ability lock, and that's like 15k. That is not good. And then Meteor from Gabrielle. And I wanted to clear out the top right worm just so that I can heal Benkei's ability lock with it. Boom. Nice. Poison Meteor is, I think, 350k per turn for like 2 turns or something like that. And here is Zhang Jia. I'm just using my strike shots randomly now because I did all I need to do. And as you can see, I even slayed the drone, did 9 million damage, and the drone's still not even broken. So that's why it's not that great. And then Marishi for the box. Boom, boom, boom. The really hard part about this last stage is that the damage walls, if you remember, like the damage walls come out like once every other turn, but these damage walls come out, like it stays on permanently on the 2 sides. So it's really hard for like people like Benkei to actually get a good shot off unless you want to do like a suicide thing. So you might want to position or start off with Benkei in terms of his strike shot, or just go up and down and hope for the best. Because the tightest corner is on the right side of Doom, and there's always going to be a damage wall on the right side after 2 or 3 turns. But that's pretty much it for Doom. Like I said, very easy. In terms of impossible, it's really easy. I think like Marishi or Kushina level. But I hope you guys do well. And that's it for me. Hope you guys like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.